Hey guys, Thunder E here. Yesterday we saw the Batman v Superman trailer from Comic Con. It was bloody fantastic. So today, I'm wearing my Batman t-shirt. I'm going to do a breakdown of the trailer. Just kind of go through frame by frame all the different things that we see in this movie. So without any further ado, let's jump in. It's going to be a little bit lengthy, so just watch all the way because I'm going to be talking about different aspects of the trailer. But anyway, let's go ahead and press play. So the first scene here is with Holly Hunter. She is a senator, and she's calling. It looks like she's calling, of course, a Senate hearing on Superman and his actions with the fight with General Zod. And she says this is a moment of truth, and she says it with a broken voice, which is very key. It looks like she's passionate about it. And here you can see Superman is coming down, landing. People are calling him alien, illegal alien. Earth belongs to humans, alien invasion. A lot of people don't want Superman, at least around this hearing. This is in Washington, D.C. And here we get a cut of Superman. He's landed. He's looking around. You can see again some of the posters, this is our world. But what I like also is the fact that his color and the color of the background, his costume looks very bright, sharp, and vivid, unlike Man of Steel. So some of those color palette improvements I've seen there. Now, the other thing also is looking at Superman here coming in. He walks into the Senate hearing. He looks really he really looks like Superman in this. Even compared to Man of Steel, he looks a little bit more mature looking. His walk in here was very solid and stoic. Didn't blink or bat an eye, so to speak. And then we can see him here back, and we see Holly Hunter in the foreground there. She is heading the Senate hearing that Superman is at, and of course she's asking questions about talking about how someone having that kind of power is just too much and can be very, very dangerous, which is something you see throughout this trailer and probably throughout the whole movie as a whole. Now we get this perspective of Bruce Wayne doing the General Zod Superman fight in Man of Steel, and this is where Zod gets his heat vision for the first time, and Bruce Wayne's watching. He's on his phone. He's yelling. You can see the anger in his face. You can see the despair. You can see just the intensity that Ben Affleck brings to the character. And he's probably yelling because that's a building of his, which was speculated, and we do see confirmation. This is also a scene from Man of Steel where I think Superman was punched out or flying out of that building, which we find out eventually is Wayne Enterprises, Wayne Financial, I think. And here, this is one of the cool Batman scenes. There's rubble, there's destruction. Everyone's running away. He's running into the destruction, and very typical Batman type, presence. And here we see Bruce looking up in the sky, probably looking to Superman, and he's pissed. He's holding this young girl. He's protecting her. And as we move forward to the next panel, we actually see that this whole destruction here is Wayne Financial, so one of the Wayne buildings. And here also the audio. Holly Hunter basically talks about how Superman needs to be held responsible. He's been held responsible. Now, here's a first look at the Wayne Manor, and you can see the whole thing is, it's dilapidated. It looks like that's Batman. It looks like it's been wrecked. It hasn't been touched over the years. And we get an inside look. Maybe this is underground areas, but this is also where the Batcave is. And you can see some of the costumes in the background on the far right. You guys believe that is the Robin outfit that we will see later on. But this is the Batcave, or what is it? And then here we see Bruce Wayne. He gets a letter, and he opens it up, and only to find some writing from a newspaper clipping. Says, "You let your family die. Wayne Tower devastation. Doesn't skill." This, of course, referring to the Man of Steel evidence, but that looks like his Joker's handwriting, and we'll see that handwriting there. So, does Joker know he is Bruce Wayne in this version, or is it something where, because they've had so much history? And again, the intensity, from Ben Affleck's face, he looks very pissed. It's kind of annoyed, like, what's up with this dude? Why is he sending me a letter? That kind of thing. But he's just pissed. And then we get the scene of him, doing a sled pull with a big tire, just kind of showcasing that Batman is physical. He's strong. He's at the peak of human at least physicality and excellence. And then we see our first look of Jeremy Irons as Alfred, and he says, good men can be cruel. And you see that monitor there, the background. It looks like that might be showcasing Superman. That might have been, the desert scene where he first meets Zod, or Wayne satellite observing. We don't know yet. And then we get the scene here of a police car, and we hear Clark Kent's voice saying that this Bat vigilante person is kind of a one-man army wrecking crew. So basically talking about how Batman can be can be considered reckless, if you will. And there's a police car coming in. We see two cops come out. We see, of course, the batarang there. It's pinned to the wall. And the cops are kind of looking around, and you hear this conversation between Clark Kent as well as Perry White, and there's a bad guy who's chained up, and he has a brand on him, which is interesting, because it seems like this version of Batman has just kind of gone a little bit crazier than normal. He's actually branded with a bat insignia on his left corner of his chest, which we see right here. And then we cut to Perry White saying nobody cares about what you're going to write if you know what's right or wrong, Clark Kent. That no one cares about Clark Kent going against Batman. Kind of referring to probably, look, we need stories on Superman. And again, you see Clark here giving you that vision of Clark, which is nice. And then this is a scene where there's a lot of reassurance for Superman. Superman is here with Lois. Lois is saying that sign means hope. Kind of tell him to stay steadfast, probably from all the pressure he's getting from the Senate hearing. People hate him left and right, call him different things, but she's saying he's hope. There's a flood somewhere, people put the Superman sign, and he comes to save people. And here Mark Kent also does the same thing, and she's telling him that, look, you can be the savior, you can be the messiah, you can be anything they want you to be, or you can be you don't have to be any of that. You don't owe anyone anything. And I like that quote. A lot of people have had some arguments about it, but it's just really saying that, look, you don't owe anyone anything. And in fact, in life, no one owes anyone anything. It's just the way it is. You just have to be yourself and do things the way you want to do them for the people you want to do them for. So you can't be indebted. And you know what? She's trying to tell her son, you have the right to choose. I raised you well, so make your decision. And that's it. So it's not anything else. Now we see Holly Hunter here with, I believe, Mercy, or at least a Mercy type character, walking and meeting Lex for the first time. And we see Lex with hair. And Lex talks about how the greatest lie in America, asking her telling what it is. And we see Superman here. He's kneeling in front of Lex. There might be people in the background. I'm not sure if this is really Superman. There's some thought that they might be a clone of Superman, or at least a Bizarro type Superman or something like that. But that being said, Lex is looking at Superman with a smirk. And Superman looks up. He's kind of pissed. You can see the look on his face. He doesn't like being there. So Lex probably has something over him. We see Mercy again with army soldiers bringing something. It says head. And we see the face of General Zod. It means that Lex, I believe, has the body of Zod. He might be cloning him. And then we get this image here of a Robin outfit with some insignia on there. And the Joker is reading, ha ha ha, the joke's on you, Batman, which means the Joker killed Robin. Hopefully it was Jason Todd, which kind of still aligns in the comic books, but it's sad that Robin was killed, but the good thing to know that Robin's actually much bigger and older. Here we also see Wonder Woman for the first time, and then we see Batman here. I think he's still talking to Alfred, saying, how many good people have been around in Gotham for 20 years. That you see Superman here walking through the Sons of Superman alcove here. He kind of has this pissed look on his face, so maybe he's trying to squash this. We see Batman here moving the top off the bat insignia for the first time. He powers it on. He's wearing his mecha bat suit here, and the thing lights up with a big giant bat into the sky, and we see the bat signal up in the sky there, and it's just really cool scene. It's in the rain. It's very nice. Here we get a montage here. This looks like somebody diving in to pick something. We don't know who this is. There are people on horses. I think these are Amazonians. That's what I'm guessing, but it could be something else. We see, of course, the death, of the Waynes with Joe Chill again. Although we do have the comedian as Thomas Wayne, which is great. So we will see him in solo Bat movies. Young Bruce Wayne here again yelling. It looks like he has no eyes at all. It's dark. This is probably the funeral procession of the Wayne family, Thomas and Martha Wayne. We see the Batwing flying into an area. This is this destruction. It looks like it's outside the city. We see here Lewis with the crowd. Looks like something's going on. This is at the protest. And then we see Bruce Wayne looking dapper, probably going up to LexCorp, I think, for the first time. And Wonder Woman looking slick. She's getting into a car. So it looks like Wonder Woman has been playing a lot undercover roles in this movie. We see her in costume. She looks great. absolutely fantastic. See her here clanking her two claps together, and then there's this massive explosion. You see the claps together, and again, she looks great. She has a shield and a sword behind, which is nice. And there's this explosion. Not sure if that's from that or from something else, but it looks like it's by a power plant area. And then we see Batman here with this kind of like steampunk outfit, visiting probably the sons of Superman. Of course, and they're firing on someone here. We don't know who. Batman is fighting the sons of Superman. Is what I'm going to call them still here. And then we see the Batmobile. There's some destruction. Something is looking like a car blew up or a tanker. Batman is taking on a couple of people here, about 3 or 4 guys. Pretty swift, fast moving action there, and it looks like he goes for like a single punch just to take people out. Batman's moving really fast, taking out people left and right, so that's nice to see that. Superman here, I think this is from that end scene where he and Batman are together. Alfred's saying that, look, Superman is not our enemy, telling Bruce Wayne. It looks like he understands. LexCorp looks like there's an accident there. With LexCorp is a fire, the bullets on the floor. Is it the experiment gone bad? We do not know. We see kryptonite for the first time, Lex gazing at it, and we're not sure how kryptonite was formed, but we'll figure it out. But I think it's something to do with the world engine. We see, of course, Mecha Batman about to stomp on Superman himself, and this is that whole fight. And it was described as a rooftop fight from all the rumors. So we can see here it's on a rooftop. As he goes in, he smashes Superman into the ground. Now, Snyder says the suit does not give him power, but it's a protection suit, but he does have kryptonite. So, of course, Superman is weakened as he's doing all this. Wonder Woman is being pushed back to something. You can see she's got her sword out. She's got her shield. Superman is flying through some debris. He's pissed. And then Batman is on the building. This is where Superman fires off that. He hit heat vision, and this is really cool seeing how Batman, it looks like something from the comic book, and he just basically pings and swings off. And then Lex is talking about here good versus evil, dark versus night. There's of course Lois kissing Superman, and then we get the scene of Superman up in the air. This is a whole action montage just sitting in the background. And here we see Lex saying, the red capes are coming, the red capes are coming. A lot of people think it's a Paul Revere reference. Superman walking in all like, this beast mode towards the Batmobile, this fire. And then he goes ahead and he rips the doors open. Batman sitting there, you can see him. He's looking up at Superman. And badass as always, Batman just gets up and just stands and he stares at Superman. It's like, what? Even though he knows he can probably pummel him at this point in time. So, it's a lot of really cool stuff in here. And I think they've added a lot of things that give some really good elements to Batman vs. Superman. We know that Holly Hunter will play a very key role. She might be manipulated by Lex. We know that Superman is going through a whole process where there are people who love him, there are people who hate him, the government wants to control him. Batman is out for vengeance, and I think Batman's motives are very mixed. I don't think it's just because Superman's a threat, he believes he's a threat. I think it's built up from the fact that Joker killed Robin and he basically hung his cape and throughout that time he's built a lot of anger and rage, and he just takes it out on a lot of people. When he sees Superman, he kind of goes, this guy really must be stopped because of all the crap that happened in Metropolis. My building was destroyed. A lot of workers were, employees were killed. I have to basically take him out or else no one will. And Superman is that beacon in the DC universe that literally sparks up everything. So that's where Wonder Woman comes out from somewhere. And to me, I think Wonder Woman might be the person who actually stops the fight compared to between both of them. I think because she might be that neutral party there. So overall, this trailer looks it's fantastic. A great just dichotomy of different aspects from the movie that we've seen that Lex will play an evil genius, not necessarily a suave businessman. It's a different version of Lex. Some people are complaining Lex has been played and portrayed multiple ways in the comic books, and this time Lex I think is smarter, more cunning, and more maniacal, less business suit suave type dude. He's still a billionaire in this movie, so we can expect that from him. We know there's kryptonite, but overall I think this will be a fantastic movie. Anyway, that's my breakdown. I know it's a little long, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions, you want to add anything, if there's anything you want to point out from the trailers, let us know. Oh, one more thing back to just Batman and Joker. Again, one thing to note: Robin was not a kid. His outfit didn't look like something for a kid. It looks like at least for someone who was 18 to 22. And Robin looked like, at least the outfit looked more mature. Also, I'm hoping that that's Jason Todd, because I would still love to see Nightwing in this universe at some point, because that was still the first Robin. But overall, I think it looks fabulous. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know. Give me your own breakdown, at some of your thoughts you're getting from this trailer. And don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. And also enter into a 100K giveaway. We still have that. It's going on for a month. The link will be down below. So this is Thunder E saying thank you, and always enjoy your entertainment.